Hey everyone, sorry for being out of the loop for a little bit. It's John from ARTV. I have been, what they say, down with the sickness. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, and I'm just now finally feeling like filming this review, so I hope you guys enjoy. Today I'm going to be talking about Ariana Grande, the rising pop star's new album, which is called My Everything. Her debut album dropped just a year ago, titled Yours Truly. Just got around to hearing it this year and was pleasantly surprised with it. I did a review of it if you would like to see that. Link in the description down below. Long story short, ended up giving that album a 4.5 out of 5. So that shows you that I really like that record. Coming to My Everything, lead single Problem has grown out of favor with me, I guess you could say, just from repeated listens, and the same with Break Free. Neither of those, especially Break Free, are really doing much for me in a sense that they have that kind of pop stardust that makes it hang around for a long time. Something that I'm going to be coming back to whenever it comes time for like year-end lists or anything like that. She went in a completely different direction for this record. And honestly, in a lot of different directions. It feels like her producers are pulling her all over the place. Everyone from Max Martin to Shellback to Cashmere Cat, being one of the better, the latter of those, of course, but really I'm kind of missing that soulful play that Babyface kind of gave a lot of those tracks, a lot of the textures on that first record, Yours Truly. Here on My Everything, there's a lot of guest features once again. Apparently Ariana really likes collaborating with rappers, or else her record label really likes her collaborating with rappers. You're gonna hear everything from Big Sean to ASAP Ferg to Childish Gambino, who drops one of his weakest verses to date. Really, it's just an unbalanced effort as a whole that really feels like it's lacking substance. Her vocals don't get enough attention on this record, and that's the main thing that makes Ariana a star, makes her so talented, is those pipes that can hit those high notes, all of the ranges, really, and when her voice soars, that's when the song soars, and when I really get into these tracks, but there's not a ton of moments on this record that I'm really connecting with. Break Your Heart Right Back, that one I was talking about that features Childish Gambino. Sure, his verse is pretty weak and honestly just feels like he's like reading off of like a script or something like that. That's how I feel about pretty much every Iggy Azalea feature that she does, but it sounds like he's just sitting there like kind of reading his lines, and it's kind of lifeless, and seems like he didn't really even write it himself, because if you listen to his music, sure, it's for a pop song, but still, it just doesn't seem like it fits his identity at all. That track though, Ariana's part on it, in contrast, is very solid. Her vocals on that one are very intriguing, have me like engaged and hoping for more, and then whenever the Childish Gambino verse comes in, it just kind of feels out of place. The same could be said for Hands on Me featuring ASAP Ferg. Another track that I feel is completely out of line and just does not fit in terms of the rap feature. It feels like MIA meets Fergie, and it's kind of a weird combination, but the beat on the track really works. It's kind of a romp dance song that has me like kind of nodding my head and really getting into the music. It's weird for Ariana, but at the same time it's a really catchy tune that I could see being a big hit like on the dance songs charts, or really even on the Hot 100. I really like a lot of the tracks that are just no features, just Ariana. Whenever she slows down the pace of some of her songs though, I think that's whenever she really lets her voice shine, and I think that we're allowed a little bit more into her persona and what she really likes to do. The artist herself said that her favorite songs on the record are some of the slower ones and the ones that more feel like they're in her realm. Tracks like My Everything, Break Your Heart Right Back, and then Best Mistake. Best Mistake is a really cool track that feels very laid back in nature. It's piano led, but at the same time it's very mysterious and chilling. I really like the toned down approach here she takes, but she still lets those vocal moments kind of shine through and flare up throughout. And people complain a lot about Big Sean's verse on this one, saying it feels very lazy. Well, what do you want him to do? Come in and like attack this song and give an Eminem style performance? I mean, it would not fit this track at all. I don't understand why that is being asked for, because this is a very laid back and almost melancholy feeling song, recalling someone who was like the best mistake obviously they ever made, and I think that even though the lyrics are a little bit cliche, obviously for it being an Ariana Grande album you kind of have to overlook that, but I think for what Big Sean brings to this song, I think it's a good thing. I think it's one of the only features on the record that I'm really digging. Love Me Harder featuring The Weeknd really doesn't do much for me, considering I was never really a fan of his. And also, it just feels like a very stereotypical love style ballad, or love gone wrong, you know, and there's just what can we do to fix it? There's not a solution, or maybe there is, maybe we can work this out. Two ballads that actually do click for me here on this one. Obviously the title track, My Everything, which closes out this record on the perfect note. Just a very, very heartfelt song, but also just a little bit of your heart, which really has those crescendos, everything about it. The fluctuating voice from Ariana almost feels very desperate and very passionate. I think it's one of the most emotionally in check songs on this record. I think this album's consistency is a big problem that I have with it, considering that she's got tracks like Hands on Me stuck in between Just a Little Bit of Your Heart and My Everything. It just doesn't flow at all. You've got the intro to the record flowing into Problem. Songs that are on two completely different planets. Kind of a moderately low replay factor for me as a whole on My Everything, I would say. The last track that I want to mention is Be My Baby featuring Cashmere Cat, a producer who's been in the game for about 10 years or so now. And I think that he actually did a pretty good job with the beat on this one. It's one of the most hooky instrumentals in terms of choruses. It's also very, very mass appealing. Overall for me, I'm going to be very generous and hand out a 3.5 out of 5 to My Everything. So what did you guys think of My Everything? Let me know in the comments section down below. Don't forget to hit the like button on this review. Show support for the channel. You can check out my last video review right here by clicking, or you can click here to go to my second channel where I do track reviews, music news, things of that nature. I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts here on Ariana Grande's new album. Keep in mind this is all just my opinion, of course, so let me know yours respectfully, tastefully in the comment section down below. I will see you guys very soon on ARTV. Don't forget to leave requests for albums you'd like to see me cover in the comment section as well. ARTV, beyond the reviews.